may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long as they have not stripped you of your life, there is still hope for you. You may have lost a lot of physical things, but so long as you are alive, you haven't lost everything. When the battle chooses you, God fights for you, is with you, and He will show Himself mighty. People may strip you of what you have, but so long Hello and good evening to you, world, from the Ambassador of Hope Studios all the way in Accra, Ghana. What an opportunity to be here today to share this episode with you. I hope your week has been off to a good start. But whichever way it is, so long as there's breath in your nostrils and a heartbeat in your chest, there's still hope for you. You cannot give up. The saddest thing you can do to yourself is to give up when your breakthrough is just around the corner. Let's press on. You may be broken, but let's press on. You may be down, but let's press on. You may be in tears, but let's press on. What a joy. I'm here tonight with Mom. Mom wants to say hello to everybody. So, Mom, let it roll. Let's say hello to people.
Hello, everyone. Hope you've had a good day today. Welcome again to Ambassador of Hope. I want you to pick up your device and share. Share to your friends, share to your loved ones, share. I believe that today somebody will grab a nugget for his or her life today. And so I encourage you to share. And like, we say every time, if it's worth listening, it is worth sharing. So pick up your device and share. I'm doing mine right now.
Yes, let's do that. Just pick it up whilst I welcome some people. The first person tonight, Honorable Adunwe J. Echampon, daughter, God richly bless you. I hope you're doing very well. Prophet S.D. Boate in Atlanta, Georgia. Emma Ronnie, God bless you. Joe Bandi is in the house. Susanna Ellen Owusu, good evening to you. My Miracle Lady President, how are you? Joyce, thankful for Lemu is in the house. God richly bless you. All the way from the land of 10,000 lakes, the direct antithesis of where I am today, in the brutal heat of Africa. I'm saying hello to Pastor Richard in the brutal cold of the land of 10,000 lakes. I hear you guys are freezing. Hey, we're enjoying life. This is where life is. Jesus doesn't like those frozen places. That's why he came from the Middle East. God richly bless you. Ella, good evening to you. Yes, L factor is very important. All the way from another brutally cold place. I don't know why people live in those places. Rams, man, in Ottawa, Canada. Nana Joanna, how was the birthday today? I hope you made a guy feel very okay. This is Abrefi. Greetings to you. That's very official. This is Abrefi. Good evening to you, Angie. Hey, Ahofe Patri. Good evening to you, Abba. V, you are in the house. God richly bless you. God richly bless you. So good to have all of you. Listen, share. And you know something? Mom and I are going to take a few minutes, maybe half an hour or so. And then questions. Just bring in, easy questions. That is, bring your easy questions wherever you are. Just ask us, a whole lot. We have about 80, almost 86 years of experience, almost 86 years of experience. So, we really want you to ask questions, do that kind of thing. And then it's going to be a blessing. It's going to be a blessing. It's going to be a blessing. Let's see. God bless all of you. Is there anybody else in the house that I want to say hello to? Akosia, how are you? I hope you are doing very well. Well, we are in Ghana. Davina, good evening to you. This is a good day. Hey, the L factor. The L factor. The L factor. You are wondering what it is? L stands for love. Love is L-O-V-E. And, we decided to do this today because in a few days, maybe is it just about 3 days? Just about 3 days' time, it will be Valentine's Day, It comes with all kinds of things. It's celebrated on February 14th. I'm sure you know all the history that brought this interesting time around, where the color red and chocolates and all kinds of things are in short supply because of that day. And sometimes I realize over the years as I watch is that Valentine's Day could be a day of true love, or the beginning of true love, or the continuation of true love, or it can be on the other side, the beginning of true heartache and madness. And I know that during this season right now, the jingles, the adverts, the social media, the L word, we are talking about the love word, it's going to be a lot, it's going to be used a lot. In fact, people who have never said I love you will be saying it to people. Some are genuine, some too are not too genuine. Some will say I love you, buy you things just to get what they want, they hate you, and then they run, So tell us something, man.
Yeah, I want to tell somebody listening to me this evening that don't permit this day to pressure you to make bad mistakes.
Tell us more.
Because it's just a day.
Just a day.
It is just a day. It's a Valentine's Day.
So, okay.
And during this time, we allow people to put pressure on us to do things that we regret. So please, whatever you do, don't permit this day to pressure you to make bad mistakes. After, it's just a few hours and that's it. So
would you also be safe to say that don't also get depressed because it's just a day?
Yes, don't get depressed because it's just a day.
Or somebody didn't give you flowers or chocolates, like I haven't given you some yet, you know.
Yeah, so it's just a day. So don't, permit. And I think that in this era that you and I live in, people allow themselves to be put under undue pressure.
Yeah.
Which it's not good for you as, a person. So please, 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 whatever you do, have it at the back of your mind that it is just a day and it will pass.
So could it be that one word that can save you from a lot of heartache is no?
Yes, no is a complete sentence.
Did you hear that? I think she's going to repeat it.
No is a complete sentence.
You have no idea how many people have gotten themselves into some veritable trouble because they couldn't put N and O together. And so it's just Valentine's Day. It could be a season of madness. People will come, people will go. But please, always remember consequences. A lot of people, what I see, ma'am, is that a lot of people get excited about events.
Yes.
But they are not very wise about the process.
Yes.
And so I want to help people with the event because the process, the event will come and go, and then like Christmas, there are people who just get depressed. Christmas, Valentine's, all these things, and I'm alone. And sometimes you assume that other people are having a lot of fun, but if you knew, you say thank God for your life.
And
anyway,
even it's with marriage, you know. When you are preparing for marriage, people concentrate their energies, their time on the wedding day.
Wedding day.
And forget about the process of marriage. Counseling, asking serious questions about each other. We forget about all these things and we concentrate on the preparation towards the 4-5 hours of marriage, of the wedding. And after the wedding, that is where they realize, that, all kinds of things come out and they realize that, oh, maybe I should have waited or, something like that.
Is it the reason why we have a lot of wedding planners, but I've never met a marriage planner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they know that during those times, a lot of people don't think through stuff. So.
Okay. That's fine. In this short episode, Mom and I, we want to just drop a few things to help you with the love factor. I over the years, we've been around this block a lot of times, and I realized that one of the most misunderstood and misused and abused words ever is the L word, love. We throw it about, oh, they love their dog, I love food, I love this. And so we've really taken the real meaning of the word love. But love, hear me, love is not just a happy emotion. It's not just a happy emotion because some people just make love such an emotion that they don't think through a whole lot of things when these things happen. Somebody said the other day, maybe it's a certain from Ofosu-Appiah, who said that many times when people open their hearts, they close their minds. When they open their hearts, they close their minds. You can't do that. Your mind and your heart must work at the same time. And so you have to be very careful. Love is bigger than just a happy emotion. And in the Greek thought, the English language is a little bit limited compared to some of the classic languages. And so when the Greek mind hears the word love, there are 4 different renderings. Number 1 is eros, the word eros, E-R-O-S, where we get erotic and all that. That's sensual love. That's where it leads to all kinds of like sex and all those things. Then there's storge. Storge is a family love, like parental love for children. That is storge. Then there's filio. Filio is the brotherly love or sisterly love. That is where we get Philadelphia. Philadelphia is brotherly love. Adelphia is city of brotherly love. Philadelphia, that's where they got it. That's something for you. And then there's also agape. That is the highest form of love. It's not a love because of, but it's a love in spite of. It's a love that needs no explanation. It's the God kind of love. And Mommy, just go ahead a little bit and, let's talk about some few things.
And I for the sake of, this episode and this vow session, we'll look at the love relationship. That is the L factor in relationship. And for me, I believe that every relationship starts with attraction.
Attraction?
Yes.
Wow.
Every relationship starts with attraction. Attraction should be the base, for the relationship.
Okay. So if you're not attracted to somebody, There's absolutely no reason.
No.
Okay.
No, because if you are not attracted to somebody and you try and force yourself into the relationship, for me, I believe that somewhere down the line, that thing will still come up.
Okay.
So for me, every relationship starts with attraction. And then it goes on to the dating process. You start with the dating.
Tell us a little bit more about the dating thing. What is that, you know?
I think we've said it you've said it so many times that, you know, dating is getting intelligent, you know, information about the person.
Not just any information.
Not just any information. Intelligent information.
Wow.
It's very important that we understand that. You have to collect intelligent information about things information that, you know, when you get that information, will you be able to live with the person with that information?
Oh, wow.
You understand me? So it's very important that we collect those informations. This is whatever is going on or whatever. Will you be able to live with that information? Okay. So it's very important that we collect this intelligent information, and this information will make us make good decisions in that relationship. Will I be able to live with it? No. Yes. Okay, then I think, you know, I don't need to move on with the relationship. But a lot of the times we don't collect intelligent information about the individual.
I would have said information, but you've added intelligent. I'm really thinking about it. You know, and also it all comes with just being cool, calm, calculated to get the information you need. Because I realize that there are people, oh, we are in love. Let's, you know, love will keep us in love. And then we see at a point when pressure comes, oh, I didn't know him. We're not compatible. We're not this. Then we begin to move the goalpost. So I think you made a very powerful point about dating being gathering. Of course, you and I know that dating comes from the root data, information. You know, you have to find out. There are a whole lot of things that you need to find out. You know, I'm not saying that I don't suppose you're saying you should like do a forensic investigation, tell me how many boyfriends you are. Well, it's up to you guys, you know, and that kind of thing. But there are some things you need to find out. Yeah. You know, ask the person what is the best book you've ever read. You know, and have you been arrested before? You know, when they start stammering, then you ask them how many times. These are things that are very important. You know, how many F grades did you have? These are all because they can affect your children's DNA. So
you know, when we're growing up, and you go to your parents that you want to marry somebody, they go to that person's family house to find out about the person.
Yes.
Yes. So
I know a particular family growing up, people were not permitted to go there because they were a family of thieves.
So I think
but
information, data is very important.
That's good. And I believe that when you gather data, it moves you, it keeps the L factor moving because it gives you something called understanding.
Yes.
It's very, very, very important. There should be understanding in our relationships. Please listen to this. I believe, and I'm sure I know you agree with me, that we are different. We are different genders.
Yes.
You are not a man, I'm not a woman.
No.
We are equal before God, but we are different.
Yes.
We are equal, but we are different. You have to. I know there are some cultures that don't respect women, that put women down. I don't know if you were okay, why would God say you need help? Why would God look at you and say you need help? So please bring down your shoulders and understand that we are different. We are wired different, but we are equal before God. Genders are different, and the great fisherman, you know, Peter, he says something in 1 Peter 3:7 that the men, you should dwell with your wives according to understanding. According to understanding. So you have to understand that there are things about the women, there are things about the men that once you get understanding about, the L factor will begin to go very, very well. So we want to, these few minutes then, get your questions ready. Please get your questions ready. Send the questions, DM, we'll get them and we'll try to answer those questions for you. Listen, let's do that. It's going to help you. Send in your questions because we'll be done in a few minutes. What Mommy and I decided to do was that we want to consider some of the differences between the genders. You know, sometime I remember many years ago, somebody was doing a program and they called it the Gender Wars. If you remember, and I said I'm not going to show up on that program because it's not a war. You know, it's not a war. Difference doesn't have to make the things that bind us together must equally be as good as the things that make us different. You know, our differences should strengthen us.
Yes, it
what
should
if
strengthen
all
us.
the birds that God created were red? And all the animals that God created were blue?
It will be a boring world.
It will be a boring world. It will be a boring. So God gave us different things. So there are some things that within the L factor men want, and there are some things that women want. So we sat down and then we asked ourselves questions. So would you go? Okay, I'll go first. The first thing that I believe that men really, really want, they need, is respect. Now, please don't get me wrong. I believe that within every relationship, there must be mutual respect.
Yeah.
Mutual respect. But you know, men have something that is very, very amazing. It's created, brand new, shines. It's called ego. Men have this supersized ego, you know, and that thing is fueled by respect. It's fueled by respect. So women and female gender, I want you to understand that men want respect. Respect them. You honor him privately, you honor him publicly. When you disrespect and you belittle the male, you get me to warrior mood. And then he becomes a monster and a beast. So speak to the king in him and give him respect. That is one thing. Say yes, man.
Yes,
let's go ahead.
Yes, yes. I think respect is key to a man.
Yes.
A man, because a lot of the times, if you know you do counseling or something like that, what the man normally will say, "Oh, my wife doesn't respect me," or "My spouse doesn't respect me." So respect is very, very, very key.
Yeah.
Respect is very, very key. It's important.
Yes.
And I think one thing that women also want is we want to be appreciated.
Appreciate it.
We want to be appreciated. The things we do at home, you know, like with kids, little kids, we do a lot. Just, you know, from the man telling the woman, thank you for putting the family together. Thank you for, you know, doing this and that. We like to be appreciated. It's something that we want, we women want.
Okay. And can I also drop in and say, well, men too, we need a little bit of it sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I believe that all these things goes both ways. A lot of them actually goes both ways.
I feel that one thing that men don't stomach very well is, you know, excessive complaining and nagging and, you know, nitpicking and finding fault and criticizing every mistake and his grammar and his reasoning, you know. So I think, was it in the year 1981, there were two scientists, Roger Sperry and somebody else, who did a research. In fact, they won the Nobel Prize, you know, and in their research, they did a research on gestation, you know, when women get pregnant. And they discovered that if the baby that was in the womb of the woman was a male, I think at the 20-something weeks, there's a part of the brain process that slows down, you know, and they discovered something that women already know, that every man is born with brain damage. You know, we are not very, very okay. The way a man can just look at the TV. I did one today, you know, just stand in front of a TV screen, coach 22 players, you know, who we have never met before, and we know the soccer game more than those who are playing. We are sweating, we are angry, we are getting high blood pressure, kids are going out of our ears. It's a man thing. So women, when we are misbehaving, just have mercy on us, you know, and just affirm us a little bit that we are nicely mad. It's such a nice way, but that is one thing. I think another thing that men need, and men, get ready to hurry me, you know. Men, we need space sometimes.
Yeah.
Adam needs space. You see, there's a fine line between showing care and being clingy. I don't know about you, but for most men that I have interacted with, they really don't appreciate women being too clingy all over them. When you sit down quietly for 2 minutes, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. Well, it's like a whole inquisition, like I'm behind bars, you know, what's wrong? Why are you quiet? No, there's a time that men need space. Time alone, sometimes. Time to sit down, time maybe with a friend, and that kind of thing. Give Adam space. Give Adam space to sometimes just be by himself. And anytime you try to know, he hears his mother's voice, and you are not his mother. I tell him, you are not my mother. And so she's gotten it. Trust me, she's gotten it.
I give him all the space.
Yes.
I give him all.
A lot of space. A lot of space. I mean, by nature, and by reason of what I do, I need space. She's like she said, I'm a contemplative person, and sometimes I just sit down, and and I create my space, and she, honestly, you have to give it up to her. She hardly bothers me when I'm into those zones and things. So, lady, it's not that when you send him a text and he doesn't reply immediately, don't get an Uber and go there to find out why he hasn't replied immediately. Adam may be processing some things, you know. I hope you are enjoying it. Is there any other thing?
Well, I think one big thing that a woman needs is love.
Woo.
That's a big thing. And for me, one big thing a man needs is respect. The other big thing is love for a woman, you know. And love can be, you know, described in so many ways.
Okay.
In so many ways. You know, you cherish her, and a woman wants a man to know her love language.
Oh, tell us about love language. Hey, concentrate.
Gary Chapman.
Gary Chapman. He has a book called The Five Love Languages. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Quality time.
Quality time. So,
and I think men also have their love languages.
Yes. Yes.
So if you want to put in the chat, if you are with us, you want to put in the chat, what is your love language? Put in the chat, what is your love language? Quality time. Acts of service.
Acts of service.
Wow. And your love language can be more than one.
Oh yeah, okay.
And for me, one of my love language is acts of service.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Words of affirmation. Affirm your woman. Affirm her. Affirm her. It's very important. And then, you know, gifts. Receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts. Well, my love language is giving gifts, and hers is receiving gifts. You see, it's a wonderful combination. So in my home, for example, you know, right now we have iPads here. In my home, you have iMac, iPad, iPhone. Then I have the iPay. So they receive, then I pay. So go ahead.
Yes, and then of course physical touch. And
physical
so
touch.
I believe that everybody's love language is different.
Okay.
So, and it could be more than one.
Okay.
For me, my biggest love language is acts of service.
Okay.
Acts of service. So, and all these things, if you do to a woman, to her, it spells love. It spells love. So, love shouldn't just be said, it must be demonstrated.
Okay. So, let's say a woman, one of a woman's love language is receiving of gifts. Does it have to be like expensive gifts or that kind of thing?
No,
or just
it doesn't.
An intelligent gift?
Intelligent gift.
Okay.
It doesn't. I mean, if you give her the gift, in her mind, oh, my husband thinks about me. You know, he cares about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, husband travels abroad.
Yes.
And he comes back with 2 suitcases. And one of them is full of his own shoes. The other one is full of his own shirts and everything.
Nothing for the wife.
Nothing for the wife. Then you know there's going to be...
Selfish man.
Selfish man. Selfish man. So please remember that. Giving of gifts is beautiful. You know, give as good as you get. I think it tells the other person that he or she thought about me and did this. Yes, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I also want to say that men also like for their other halves to stay attractive. Men
That's
want
important.
It. You know, it says that for this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and cling. That word cling is stick like glue. You chase her. And sometimes women, when there's the dating thing and that kind of thing, women will dress up like, you know, they'll improve on God's creation. You know what I'm talking about? Women are the only creation of God who has the ability to improve on God's creation. You know what I mean? God will give them, you know, eyebrows. They'll take a blade and shave it off and take their own paint and tell God, you watch it, how we do the thing. You know, creation, you didn't really do it well. We are going to show you how it's done. And then they design their own eyebrows and ask him, your God, how do you see? And God will clap, man, you did awesome. You know, I'm just being, but you know, women, you dress up, you spruce up, you know, and then the moment you sign the warrant, you know what I mean? You sign the warrant, and then gradually things, we've been in counseling situations a lot of times where the man says, you know, I come home and she's not looking attractive. And sometimes they may go to the office and there's a gorgeous, attractive person who was really painted. And no, but I don't think anybody in their right minds get up early in the morning and say, today I'm really going to mess up.
No.
But there are things that happen. So we want you to, you know, not that you are a show girl or Barbie doll or something, but at least, you know.
So is it possible that sometimes the woman gets so overwhelmed at home that, you know, she doesn't even have time for herself?
Yeah.
And, you know, it will go on and on and on, and then just you know, forget about herself.
I think you are right. I think you are right, especially when kids come in and, you know, they are all over the place. Everybody has their own agenda. Everybody needs mommy's attention. And she has to cook. She has to do the clean. It can be very overwhelming. That is why I feel that the men must come in to help.
Yeah.
Men must come into. I know there are some cultures that it is a taboo for a man to help. Because when you do that, your sisters will come and say, what has your wife cooked for you? Now you are doing everything for her. You know, that's a foolish culture, by the way, and I can say it freely. You know, my first name is Frank, and we need to change something. We need to change the narrative. For me, teamwork is a teamwork.
Yes.
Marriage is a teamwork. It's not a master-servant relationship. It's teamwork. For example, cooking is not one of the great gifts that God gave me. In fact, He didn't give me any at all. The only thing I can cook is tea. And even that, if you're not careful, I can burn the tea. But there are other things that she knows. For example, address the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them.
You do it without
let me feel like, okay.
precision.
You see, did you hear the word? Precision. I mean, I can dress a bed like no chambermaid in a hotel can do that. I've done that. I think it was my boarding school upbringing, you know, from just a little kid. And it's been with me. It's an experience. Today I did one. You know, it's like, hey, leave me. It's almost like I have a slide rule kind of thing. And so you help in other ways so that mom can have some time also for herself, and then she can spruce up.
So I want to say to a woman watching that if you are in such a situation,
yes,
I think you need to communicate.
Good.
You need to bring it up, communicate.
Let's talk about communication.
You need to talk about it.
Yes.
Because sometimes we assume that, oh, he should know.
Right.
No. Talk about it. Communicate with your husband, or, you know, communicate. Let him know that this is the situation. You get so overwhelmed, you get tired, and you need help. A lot of the times we don't communicate, and we expect the husband to, you know, do, and the husband might not be able to do what you expect him to do. But once you communicate and talk about it, there may be other plans.
Okay.
For example, maybe once a month or whatever, somebody might come in to help you clean the house. But bottom line, you have to communicate. You have to talk about it.
Okay. Once we're on the communication thing, let's step a little bit out of script and talk about it, because you and I, we do counseling, we get people involved, and you'll agree with me that one of the biggest things that bring a lot of pressure on this L factor in relationships, marriage, and for that matter, every relationship, is a breakdown in communication.
Yeah.
I believe that communication is the lifeblood of every relationship. Communication. And when I talk about communication, it's not just words. Communication goes beyond. It could be body language, eye contact, all kinds of things. You know, as blood is to the body, so is communication
to every
relationship. Because you know, when the body loses blood, you know, shock comes in. What medical term shock comes in, then abnormality, deterioration, then eventual death. In the same way, when a relationship breaks down in communication, abnormality sets in. And then very soon you are married, but you are married singles. Because any relationship any relation that doesn't have good and effective communication eventually will die. And God has given us, all of us, a lot of gifts. I've not met anyone yet who has been given the gift of reading somebody else's mind. So we need to talk. You know, problems, challenges, disagreements are not dangerous unless we refuse to communicate. You know, sometimes we get into mood swings, we get into silent. You know, silence is not the mood. Well, it could be, but who understands that? You know, temper tantrums, screaming matches, saying hurtful words. These are not good communication things. You know, if you're angry, calm down. If you need to take a walk, take a walk. Don't drive, you may get a ticket. You know, but calm down and just speak your mind in love. Speak your mind in respect. Can you add a little bit?
Yeah, so it's very important that, you know, we communicate. But I say it every time that how you communicate is very important.
The how.
How and when you communicate. Because communication, like you said, one of it is not yelling. So how you communicate is very, very important. And when you it's not when your husband has this or your whatever has walked in and then all of a sudden with his bags very tired, you know that he's been out the whole day very tired. Can we talk?
Ooh. How many men laughed? Can we talk? No, we can't talk. We cannot talk. You should see my guys in here in the studio. Everywhere, oh, they are all men. They are not all saying, We cannot. Men don't like plenary sessions of the United Nations. Can we talk? Even when I know I haven't done anything wrong, I still don't want to talk. Adam doesn't like that.
So, and you can say the same thing to somebody at a different time and he will take it very well. And then you can say it to at another time and he wouldn't like it at all. So you have to communicate, and how and when you communicate is very, very, very important.
Wow. Wow. That's powerful. Is there something else that ladies...
I also think that ladies need leadership.
Leadership, wow.
Leadership, because and sometimes if the man or who is not leading, they might tend to, you know, try and lead, even though they don't want to. But it's not leading.
Nobody follows a parked car.
No, nobody follows a parked car. And so every man wants a leader. Every woman, I beg your pardon, wants a leader. And so men should, you know, get it at the back of their mind that we need leadership. Because if you're a man and you get up to lead your family, the woman will be very happy about it.
Right.
But if you are not leading, then he might tend to, you know, try and lead.
So talking about leadership, what are some of, can you give maybe nitty-gritty? It's like, hey, everybody get up, let's move. What or you model something?
You model leadership at home. Like, for example, if it's family time or family prayer time or family meeting, the man is supposed to lead. You are the leader of the home. So you must model that. You don't relegate it to your wife.
Right. Because
the more you do that, then it's like you've relegated your leadership to your wife. And that is not the plan of God for, you know, the home. So women need leadership. And, you know, like, for example, and when I say leadership, if you are in a home and, for example, the man is not good with money, the fact that you are a leader and you know you are not good with money.
Like handling money?
Yes, handling money.
Okay.
Your husband, your wife handles money very well.
Okay.
You relegate that position to your
Maybe she's
wife.
talking about me, who knows, you know? Who knows? I'm captive here.
You understand me? Yes, you are the leader in the house, but you know you're not good in handling money.
Okay.
Because everybody has their strength.
Okay. Okay. That's beautiful. That is. I hope you are getting blessed.
You lead as a man. You lead in, you know, major decision making and, you know, spiritual matters, family decision. A man should stand up and do that.
That's good. Evangelist Josephine, all the way from Australia. God richly bless you. You are in the house. Pastor Eric Ajiman Prempe, God bless you. Rampy is in the house. She's already shot her questions. We're going to get there. I knew it was coming. I knew I was going to ignore her, but I know I'll be in trouble. God bless you. Hey, Paul, good to have you here. God richly bless you. Great man. Sandy Parker, soldier, God bless you. Albert, God richly bless you. Ransford Sampene, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Oh, Mama Vicky, agree. I hope Jamaica was good. Thank God for your life. Paul, I like that. Paul says that when I pick up her toothbrush after Paul, you don't want to get into trouble. You don't want to get into trouble. I'll not rescue you, you know. We want to live long. I like that. I really like that. Ethel is in the house. God bless. Jennifer, Frimpong. God richly bless you, daughter. Oh, Daddy Asiama, Daddy, God bless. I'm in Ghana. We'll talk. I'm going to get out in a few days, but hopefully we'll get to talk before I go. Judy, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Judy is in the house. I spoke with your husband yesterday. Good evening, George. Good evening to you. God bless you. Abba Queen, Abba, how are you? God richly bless you. All the way from the heart of the Bronx. Pastor Festus Chumesi, God richly bless you. Hey, listen, I believe that, let me just go back again with the men. Men, we need not just admiration, but also, you talked about appreciation, but men also need some level of appreciation. Because I believe that admiration is felt. It's what is felt. But appreciation is what is said.
Yes.
So when it comes to communication, they say something. Even Jesus asked, where is my appreciation for what I did for you? So I want to address our daughters on behalf of me. Is your problem list longer than your praise list? Is your problem list longer than your praise list? Does he only hear about what he did wrong and never what he's doing right? And I've been a man and interacting with men. I realize that a lot of men are suffering from lack of appreciation and affirmation. Even normally I don't want to go there, but sometimes even in my line of calling, like pastor and things, some pastors confide in me that my wife never appreciates. I friend even when I freed my eyes out and that kind of, but if I made a grammatical mistake, that's what she. And I said no, you can't do that. You can't do that. No men, we can be a handful, but just have patience with that. We all have our nuances and our quirks, and we all need sanctification. We all need patience, but it's important that that affirmation thing.
I think appreciation is important, especially like you said to men.
Right.
Because sometimes we think, oh, they don't need it.
Right.
Man is a man. No. They need, oh, thank you for what you did. Okay. Oh, I appreciate you for doing this for me. Oh, I appreciate you for being the man of the house. Just the little things. And it also encourages him to do more.
Okay.
It encourages him to, go the extra mile for you.
Okay. Hey, let the questions come. I think I want to take one more, then we can look at the questions. And it's a big thing. How can we talk about the L factor without talking about the S factor? I mean, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the sex factor. And I don't think it's just a man thing. I think it's a human thing. In relationships. And
I think men love it more than...
Well, can you say it loud for the men to hear? She was mumbling something, people. She was mumbling something, and I don't think she was addressing me. She's addressing you. So please say, I said sex. She said something.
No, you said it's a human thing.
It's a human thing, yes.
I agree that it's a human thing, but I personally think that men love it more than women.
How do we justify ourselves now?
Ask the charts.
Okay, can you put it in the chart? All the men who think that men love it more than women say, yay. Just put it there, anonymous. I'm not mentioning your name, but well, I guess, yeah, it is. I don't know, but maybe she says it. I don't know, but it's very important. Sex is very. When it comes to the issue of, one of the things I've realized in church is that whenever the issue of sex comes up, all the sanctified, sanctimonious Christians begin to get jittery. Have you ever been in a group with Christians who are watching a movie and it gets to a place where a man gets close? That's when they are looking for their keys, lacing their shoes. And I'm telling you, you're a hypocrite, man. Watch the thing. It is what it is, and it's a necessary thing that God gave to humanity within the confines of our marriage. It's beautiful. It's for procreation. It's for enjoyment. It's for bonding. It is what it is. And she says the men, but yeah, that's fine. Somebody asked me the other time that how many times must a couple have sex in a week? My question has always been the same. You and I know that sex is not food, that you should have it 3 times a day, 7 times a week. It's up to you. Just find your own way and explore. Am I saying these things? What has come over me? Can you pray for me?
Oh boy.
She said, oh boy. She's surprised, but hey,
I'm not surprised.
Oh, you're not surprised. The things I can say. Okay, she's not surprised. She says I'm anointed. Sometimes you say these things, then I can get back into my shell. But a lot of marriages are suffering because of that. A lot of marriages are suffering because of that. And gentlemen, please let me tell you, you cannot take selfishness into the area of sex, because there are men that have never satisfied their wives before. So as for me, I was raised like a soldier. Anything I just go straight and then I roll over and I fall asleep and snore. Where do you come from? What's wrong with you? No, that's selfishness.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You know, the woman tells you to hold here, hold it. Do here, do that. I mean, do you have something to say? That no, she has absolutely nothing to say, and I also have nothing more to say on that. But you know what I'm talking about. That's the thing. I hope you've got a few things.
I think it's important. Sex is important in marriage. So, and for me, if there's sex is part of, relationship. So if everything is okay, you communicate, you talk about whatever is supposed to, to be said and that kind of thing, I don't see any problem or issue with the sex thing.
Yeah, thank you. Well, let's pick up a couple of questions. There's one question. Who says, if someone's love language is receiving gifts, where do you draw the line between that and somebody being materialistic?
I think this has not, for me, thank you, Nana, but materialistic, no. Because if his love language is receiving gifts, it doesn't mean go and break the bank to buy something expensive for the person. It could be something very small,
I like the other side, especially if they don't like giving gifts themselves.
Well, you see, and again, it comes down to the fact that in a relationship, you don't have to be selfish. You're living with somebody and you are getting to know the person.
Okay.
And so you get to know what the person likes and what he doesn't like.
Okay.
So if you know that the person you're in a relationship with like gifts, you have to find a way to make the person happy. Okay. So it's not a matter of you don't like giving gifts. That is when you become intentional.
Okay.
That is when, yes, you become intentional to make the person that you're in a relationship with happy.
Okay.
So it's not, about breaking the bank. It could be something as, very little as something very small, but to make the person, oh, at least you thought about me. That kind of thing. Okay. You can add to it.
There's another question here. Okay, Ransford says that what happens when love fails in every relationship? The absence of love in a relationship. Do you want to?
How did it fail? I think there are so many things that come together to make love fail in every relationship.
Okay.
And it is said that everything left to itself will eventually deteriorate. So maybe in your journey of love or in your journey of relationship, you probably left everything to chance. You were not intentional in building the love in the relationship. Okay. For me, like we're saying, love, the attraction is the base for the love. Okay. But you have to build towards it. You have to build on top of the attraction. Build it little here, a little there, a little. Know the person's love language, sacrifice for the person, respect the person. All these things come to play so that then the love is built. Other than that, gradually the relationship gets chipped away. Okay. So there are so many factors, but the good news is that if you decide to make it work, it will work. It doesn't matter where the relationship is now. You might think that it has failed. It hasn't. Okay. If you decide that you want it to work, it will work.
Okay. And could it be that sometimes too, it could be as a result of abuse that can let the love fade? When yeah, okay. Okay.
Abuse is part of it too.
Part of it. Okay. Okay. Somebody asked something. I don't know if you should answer that, but somebody said, should men always initiate sex? I asked the question, so that's why I asked it very quickly.
Well, no. No, but it depends on the woman.
Okay.
I mean, if you are with somebody to a little degree, you must know. You must know her, and so if she's the type that doesn't initiate, but if you initiate, she will join in.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah. So whoever asks, it's not. Yeah, woman too can initiate. Okay.
Yeah, it depends.
You can initiate. Just say, you move. Let's go. You know. Oh, I'm enjoying this. Let's see. Well, somebody said.
Where did you get that? How did the question come out?
Yeah, please put, if you find any questions. Hey, Louisa, how are you? God richly bless you. I like that. Josephine, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lulu, good evening to you. Blessings. Nana, Joy, you are laughing too much. Efia, some Kim, God bless, God bless. Is there any other question that has come up? In fact, somebody asked, this is from a single person. It says, Mom and Dad, what if you are dating somebody and your one of your parents don't like the person? Should you go ahead or should you stop?
I think you need to find out from your parents why they don't like him.
Okay.
Because you need your parents' blessing.
Yes.
You need your parents'
I agree
blessing.
with that. Yes.
But you need to find out why.
Okay.
It might not be anything serious.
Okay.
Pray about it. Find out why your parents don't like him.
Okay.
And then you can, make your decision.
Okay.
You can add to it if you.
Okay. Is there any other question? If there's no question, we can go. Okay. Somebody said, I think sex becomes boring when it's only one-sided initiator.
Yeah, so you have to talk about it.
Okay.
And it comes down again to communication.
Okay.
Talk about it. You have to talk about it.
Okay.
Feel free to talk about it.
Yeah. That's where communication comes in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes cultural nuances also really don't help.
Yes.
Because sometimes a woman makes the move and say, hey, you are spoiled. Where did you learn all these things from? Then they are going to bring you a long book. Now write how you learned all these things with a pie chart and graphs and all these things, But for me, within a marriage, remember that the Bible says that Adam and Eve, they were naked and not ashamed. They were naked and not ashamed. It's not just a statement of them not wearing clothes, but it's like they were vulnerable. They were open to each other. So for me, there are some men who may be very reserved, and the woman may be the outgoing person. It's within the marriage. It's within the marriage, man. Just go for it. Morning, noon, and night. Just pressure him. Don't let him just go away scot-free like that. After you feed him. Okay. All right. Ma'am, here's a question. Oh, somebody says women want it, but they are doing as if they don't want it.
It's true. It's very, very true.
I like that. Hey,
the men are laughing.
If you hear any laughter, it's them. It's our team in here. They're enjoying the thing. And I'm going to show the pictures of their wives on screen for you guys to see. I like that. This is my highlight of the night. They say the women want it, but they are doing as if they don't want it. Oh boy, this is just brilliant. This is good. I'm enjoying this. Okay. All right. This doctor is asking us too many hard. Is there truth in the statement that love is not enough? For example, to build a relationship, marriage on, what would the solid foundation of a relationship that leads to marriage look like? The marriage is not enough thing, has a background that you cannot just base, because there are days that you may not feel in love.
Yes.
There are days that if you want to butcher somebody. So love is not enough, has some truism in it.
It does.
That beyond the love, there are other factors.
Other factors.
Trust, faithfulness, hard work, provision.
Yes.
Being there for one another.
Provide. Yes.
Yes.
So, like, for me, love is not enough. There's truism in it.
Right.
Because you can't just love somebody and you realize that the person is not trustworthy. Trust is very important in a relationship. Yes. Yes. So if the person is not trustworthy, it chips away the love.
Right.
Gradually.
Gradually. That's this is for you, ma'am. Richard says that. Do you guys have it up there? Richard Kweku asks a very okay. Let's look at this first. How can we respond to this mentality? As a woman, if you want to sustain your marriage, then you need to be attractive every day, everywhere, both outside and home. Christian men go and find out.
Go and find out the secret.
Christian men go and find out the secret from slave queens. They have the idea. Oh, Randy, that. That's wrong. Well, it's a statement she's made. Slave. The secret from the slave. For me, well, I don't. I think I'm slave queen. What's that? Is it not those who dress interestingly thing?
I don't know.
With small waist, those kind. I don't know, but I think those overdress. I think the slave queen thing has no genuineness in the thing.
No,
has no genuineness in the thing. You have to be genuine. You have to be genuine in life. That's it. But let me address this.
But she talked about you need to be attractive everywhere, both outside and home. You can do that. But like, remember we talked about it when we started that. Yeah. Communicate. If you are overwhelmed and you can't do all the chores in the house, take care of the kids and all that, you get overwhelmed. So communicate with your husband.
May I ask, based on this question, the attractive thing that we are talking, does it mean that you must always make up and all those? No, I don't think that is what we mean.
No, you have to be realistic.
You have to. You can't do that. No. I mean, and the other side is you can't be like every day you have been shot out of a gun, or you just came on the Mayflower, coming from England to America, but just simple. You don't have to dress up and spruce up. No. That's what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Not at all. Not at all. But this is a long question for you. It says, Mommy, you shared that ladies and that's women need leadership in marriage. They need leadership. My question is, what happens if the man keeps repeating the same thing to the woman over and over and still not getting that thing done? How would you describe that? Is it the failure of the man or the disrespect from the woman?
I think it's a disrespect from the woman.
Okay.
Find out why she's not getting it done. As a man, you have to find out why she's not getting it done.
Okay.
Does she know exactly what you're talking about?
Okay.
Does she know how to do it?
Okay.
And she's not doing it, or she needs help.
Okay.
So you have to find out why. And that is where communication comes in.
Okay. And could it also be that maybe you are ordering her about and she doesn't like it?
Yeah.
Or the tone with which you do, because the tone of language is very important. The way you talk to somebody is very important. And so, I guess
nobody wants to be ordered about.
Yes.
Because, like you said earlier on, women, sometimes we tend to take the place of, your mom.
Okay.
So nobody wants to be ordered about in a relationship.
So somebody, your daughter Sandy says, a slave queen is a gold digger who is active on social media and pretends to afford a lavish partying lifestyle. Who wants that? Yikes. Who wants that? Yeah. Okay. I think we have just a few more minutes, but let me say this before we go that for anybody who is single and you are expecting to marry, it's better to be single looking to be married than to rush and be married and be looking to be single again. Take your time, Don't rush. I know sometimes there's pressure of age, pressure of society, pressure of all these things. But know that God orders our steps. Sometimes Christian women, occasionally, you need to step out of the confines of the little group and groupets that you are in. You know, and just be there, trust the Lord. Serve in a department in the church. If you see an attractive man, get in their space. You know, you never know. Because there are some men too that are very shy, timid. There are different ways and different translations of dealing with all of these things. Be prayerful. And we're also praying for you, you know, that the Lord God Almighty will bring your praise into your life. And to those of you who are married, sometimes marriage, I think I said it when we're advertising the thing, that love can bring you your greatest joy, and it can also bring you your greatest pain. And sometimes within marriages, things happen that bring a lot of pain and hurt. If you're in that situation, I pray for healing for you. Find a way to forgive. Because betrayal and all these things are what people do to you. Bitterness is what you do to yourself. Marriage is a school from which you only graduate when you die. You only graduate when you die. We learn over and over and over. Marriage is not a flawless relationship. There are no perfect unions. Marriage is a school. It's a school. And we learn from each other. So I want to help you say these things, these 4 things very quickly. Number 1, keep God at the center of your relationship. Keep God at the center of your relationship. It's very important. Number 2, plan together. Plan things together. It's something that many of us don't do, because when you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Plan your finances, plan your self-improvement, plan your vacations, plan your children. Yes, plan your children. And then number 3, be intentional. Mommy, just deal with this for us, you know. Have quality time together. You know, can you talk a little bit
I think quality time together is very important, but if you are not intentional, you can never have quality time together. Because you and I live in a world that is full of stress. People, you know, you are dragged left, right, center, everywhere. So you have to be intentional. Put the quality time together on your planner. Put it on your planner. Make it part of your weekly or monthly planning or yearly planning. That way you know that these days are blocked for, you know, me, or this whatever hours or whatever, they are blocked for my husband and I, or my, you know, wife and I. So you have to be intentional. Other than that, you can never have quality time together, especially if the kids are also around. So you have to be intentional in having quality time. It's very important that, you know, we do that.
The final thing I want to say to all of us is this. Compared to, I think counseling. Need help.
What practical steps can couples take to turn things around?
Things are going south. Just help. They need help. Find a trusted counselor and let them help you. And both of you should be willing to be humble enough to be counseled.
Talk about it first.
Yes.
If you are not able to, then
you find help. And whatever, don't wait it too long.
Yes.
You know, don't wait it too long. Don't wait it too long. It's better to nurse somebody back than to try to raise the dead. So just do that. And I want to say that sometimes things happen in life. Sometimes things don't go the way we want them to go. But I don't want you to lose hope. Maybe you've gone through divorce, you found the pain of divorce. That is not who you are. No. It's something that happened to you. Society may say all kinds of things. But today, Mommy made a statement that made me sad. You know, she just said, there's so much hate in the world. And that was halfway sad for me. Then she added, and more so amongst Christians. The world used to hate us, but now within Christianity, they hate. It's like people get happy when people get into trouble. There's an English word for that. It's from a German rendering. It's Schadenfreude. You know, you get happy out of the pain of other people. There's another English word, epikerikasi. You know, you get happy at the pain of somebody else. You can't do that. Things happen in this life. Nobody goes out to sign for pain in this life, sign for divorce in this life. But sometimes there's more to it than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Let's love one another. Let's pray for one another. We believe in you. That's why we are the ambassador and the ambassadress of hope. We pray that tonight you sleep well. On Valentine's Day, don't make bad mistakes. Enjoy your time. It's only a day. And you know something, God willing, we'll see you on Tuesday, same time. I don't know if it's same place, but same time. All that remains for me to say is good night.
God bless you. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
We love you.
Bye.